The kids would come down, sign up, be orientated, and they would become foot soldiers. Now, here is what he would do. He would put these makeshift jails around the kids in different parts. The first day, he arrested 600. So the next day, there was thousands. Here, Lynn Park, Southside Park, all over Jefferson County, the parks was full of kids. And they were saying, I ain't afraid to go to jail, because that's what Martin asked him. And from behind these bars, he wrote 2 letters. One went to John F.
Welcome to my vlog about Alabama. As much as I want to make fun of all of the stereotypes the Southern rednecks are always so famous for, I want to present you a different side of Alabama. A place that is not necessarily on the top of any travel bucket list. So there is no better way to start in the biggest city in Alabama, down in the center of everything, Birmingham. Okay, first order of affairs today is of course sightseeing, and there's no better way of sightseeing a city than on bikes. Yes! And Rachel has taken me to meet some of our new friends. Hey y'all! Hey! Pino Brakes! Welcome to Birmingham! Wow, rode through about half of the town and now I'm in Uptown. I was expecting, to be a bustling city full of chaos, but actually it's surprisingly quiet and impeccable almost in downtown area. Here's a little bit worse for wear, but a few of these large old motels are being converted into basically gentrified flats. So hopefully, Uptown North Side will get basically a new life. After riding through some more of the northern Birmingham suburbia, I bid a farewell to my newest friends made in Birmingham in Team No Brakes, but only after they gave me and Rachel a special VIP pass that is taking place in the brand new stadium that we just passed by. Because it was a Saturday and God knows, the only acceptable thing to do on such a beautiful day on his green flat earth is to watch a football match between University of Alabama's Blazers and Louisiana Tech's Bulldogs. Well, I got this ticket and there's a bunch of people already lining up. It's crazy. Holy moly.
This is for Christmas Village.
Oh, it's for Christmas Village. I thought it's for the game.
No.
Wow,
This is a bunch of white moms wanting to buy Christmas presents.
Wait, but you have to buy tickets for the Christmas? Wow.
I have never done it.
Oh yeah, you can see
but
like
everyone says.
The crowd here is like 90% white. I got it. Yeah, that's Christmas market in Birmingham. So apparently there are more people waiting to go to the Christmas market, which you have to pay to go, than actually going to the games down there in the stadium. Like, how? Why? What has gentrification done to this city?
A few inches later.
Thank you. I feel like it's what's that movie? Return of the Roxbury? Or no. Wayne, what is it? Wayne's World.
Oh yeah.
VIP.
Like, see, VIP coming through. We just got the tickets 2 minutes ago. Totally not suspicious or something.
Whatever you want.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dad.
How does it feel to be a club member, huh? I'm a club member.
I guess we can go up, but we need to get food.
Forget about, you know, like first class tickets or whatever, you know. UAV club member, that's where it's at. Show me your happy face. Oh, it looks so nice.
Yeah, pile up.
Oh yeah, Rio chicken sandwich.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Okay, you know you're in the United States when this entire building is built by Coca-Cola while they serve Pepsi inside in the club, and now we are talking about Dr. Pepper granting education sports fund for basically college level like football. Yeah, USA. As much as I enjoy watching people smashing their heads against each other until they have concussion for life, I think it is time for me to keep on moving because this is a very busy Saturday. There's actually a lot of other things on offer in this beautiful city other than the brand new stadium. So after a quick drive, as a local Alabaman, Rachel quickly deposited me in front of a very important crossroad. I'm at the crossroad of 6th Avenue and 16th Street. Here in Birmingham, this is a very, very important place. This is where something ended and something began. Right behind me, on the other side, is an unassuming church. You see so many of them here in Birmingham, in Alabama, in the South. But this one has a very different story. However, as much as I want to tell you all about the race riots that took place in Birmingham in the 1960s, as well as the infamous 16th Street Baptist Church bombing, I am not remotely qualified enough to tell you about this kind of turbulent history. I am neither black nor local, so I think I will delegate it to someone a little bit more suited to tell you this kind of story.
Now, right here is the picture that John F. Kennedy saw. Now, this picture here looks like that picture. See how it resembles? Mm-hmm. Now, but this is a roadblock. This is a German Shepherd police dog. The dog was given the command. He jumped off the ground on the roadblock. The officer tried to pull him across the roadblock, but he put his knee up. And then he gave the command and pulled the guy closer. That happened right there. That intersection right there. These roadblocks would be there. Now, this is for the foot soldiers, the kids who had signed a 10-statement pledge to peace. They would not pick up rocks, bottles, spit, curse, say derogatory things, make obscene justice, get loud, shout, nothing to intimidate. And they sold out for peace. They were the fodder, the fuel of feed against injustice. They represented one cause, humanity and for all. Here are the laws that Martin Luther King, Fred Shuttlesworth, and Ralph Abernathy was behind for 9 days. They was arrested from that motel in Good Friday. 2 days later, Project C was implemented right here in this park. And that's when they pushed everybody across the street. And the kids would come down, sign up, be orientated, and they would become foot soldiers. Now, here is what he would do. He would put these makeshift jails around the kids in different parks. The first day, he arrested 600. So the next day, there was thousands. Here, Lynn Park, Southside Park, all over Jefferson County, the parks was full of kids. And they were saying, I ain't afraid to go to jail, because that's what Martin asked him. And from behind these bars, he wrote 2 letters. One went to John F. Kennedy, and the other one went to clergies above the Mason-Dixon line. In that letter to John F. Kennedy, he said, Sir, Mr. President, how is it that you are the commander-in-chief and you allow segregation to rob people of their civil liberties in the South? Mr. President, don't you know segregation is a sin and will turn the world upside down? Look at this up here. Isn't that cool? See what it says? Segregation is a sin and it's upside down. And from behind these bars, he was doing an interview from jail, and he said, okay, parents, that's what we're gonna do. Now, would you please bring the kids into the room? And he said, kids, would you like to change that so you can have better schools, so your parents can vote and stuff like that? He said, be as I am. And he said that. He said, I ain't afraid of your jail. Martin was about justice and peace. That's what he stood for. Martin Luther King and the 4 girls is the main thing that people remember. But Martin is not my hero. Fred Shuttlesworth, the guy that stands in front of the Civil Rights Institute, he is my hero. When you Google him up, he helped select the Little Rock 9 in '57 to go into Little Rock High School. He stood in front of George Wallace at the University of Alabama. He fought for justice in Emmett Till in Mississippi. He was at the Edis Pettis Bridge. And the next time he was at the Edis Pettis Bridge, a young freshman senator pushed him across that bridge to receive an award from Bill Clinton. 2009, when George W. Bush stepped away from the microphone, up stepped the 44th president, sitting at the podium in the same wheelchair that Barack had pushed across the Edis Pettis Bridge was Fred Shuttlesworth. The very first words that fell from Barack's lips was, he walked to the mic, adjusted it up a little bit, touched Fred on the shoulders and said, these are the shoulders that I stood on that allowed me to stand here to become the 44th president of the United States. He bowed to Fred and stood there and applauded him for 1 minute and 15 seconds. It felt like forever, but I had a very liberating time. The girl that survived, she told the sculpture where she last saw with her sister and 3 best friends. And her name is Sarah. And this is her picture right here. Now, Sarah was watching the pastor that day when he, I'm sorry. When he walked out and put this sermon, this is the sermon that he had chose to preach on. He had went to the marquee to put it up. Sarah would run into the bathroom to get her sister and 3 friends. Sarah would have been standing right here. She rushed into the bathroom. She went to step across the threshold. She almost bumped into Carol. She heard Carol say her name. She heard Carol say, don't y'all hear Sarah calling? Come on, it is time to go. That is what Carol is doing. She said, come on, it is time to go. Kaboom. Debris hit Sarah in the right eye. The concussion stopped Sarah from going into the bathroom, blew her back out the door across the hall. She survived. And she said Cynthia was sitting at the front of the couch reading a book. Denise had her shoes off and was standing in the center of the couch. Her sister, Addie Mae, was kneeling behind Denise, helping her with her stash and book. And this is the last voice she heard. But Sarah, this is Sarah. She is alive today. But that same day, in different locations, these 2 boys was killed. That's why there is 6 doves, for the 6 stolen spirits. Look in that book and see what that poem says. It is a poem by W.B. Yeats, and it goes like this. It says, come away, O human child, to the water and the wild, with the family hand in hand, for the world is full of more wicked than wicked in the city. But Martin talked about a peace that surpasses all understanding. This kid was shot on the hill right here, Fountain Heights, and about 2 miles this way, Smithfield, very much. The very same day. The bomb was placed where the back door is, at the end of the church. It was placed right there in that little stairwell that you would step up, go up under the steps, make 4 steps down, and open that door, and you would be in the lower sanctuary. Climb those stairs to where that short window is, and you would be in the upper sanctuary.
I learned so much in this somber history lesson with probably the best teacher who can ever give me such a lecture. And we continue down south towards a suburb of the city, where I will show you a very interesting spot that may not be on your typical tourist brochures. Take it away, bookworm! And just a few minutes of drive outside downtown Alabama is this very special bookstore, one of its kind in the entire world, because every single book they have inside is actually a signed copy by the author, and they are always the first edition. And here's the cool part, they always sell it at the cover price, so it's always cheap and it's always rare. Let's go check it out inside, huh? I delved into all of these interesting books that brought me to a faraway land deep in my imagination. And by the time I got out of this Unique Bookstore because they had to close, dusk has already set in deep on this Alabama city. And we chased the footsteps of the fading sun and quickly met up with a bunch of Rachel's friends who were eager to show me some of the rather quirky foods they have down here in the South. So apparently this is what is this?
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Never seen Brussels sprouts like black before, but
So they're green on the inside.
yeah. And this is what, pork rinds?
Mm-hmm.
Pork rinds, and I have to dip it in. What's this?
Pimento cheese.
What's
with,
pimento cheese?
It's American cheese with pimento in it and mayonnaise, and then the pepper jelly
And
is a little sweet and spicy.
okay, gotta try it, right? If I die, just say hi to my mom. I'm so sorry I died in Alabama of all the places.
Fried green tomatoes.
What's this then?
Fried green tomatoes.
Fried green. It's tomato. I don't see any tomato.
And then that's the chicken. Smoked chicken. Yeah, you won't die immediately. You have to keep eating it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and clog your heart completely.
Of course. I aim to die here in Alabama tonight. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
That's what we call the Walgreens.
This is the most adventurous food I've ever had, I think, Screw those bats in Seychelles and all the other places.
Bats. It's too soon for that.
Mmm, pretty good. I like it. Yeah. And no wonder you clog your arteries with that. You know,
Worth
I would
it.
totally do it.
The ratio is important. You got to get a lot of that cheese on the
Nice. Yeah. Come to Alabama and let's clog our arteries together. Cheers.
298 frozen patties later.
So you guys told me to get this what is this called? Pork and greens. This is what? It's a grit, right?
Those are cheese.
Yep, cheese grits.
What's a grit?
Ground up hominy. Corn and hominy.
Ground up
Them
corn.
hominy grits.
Okay, and what's this?
Fried onions.
Fried onions? Oh, it looks pretty nice, huh? And let me try the grit.
with your
And you have collard greens on there as well. You gotta get the reaction.
Yeah, no,
you have
it's
to eat
pretty.
the grits with a fork,
okay.
and then
Grits with the fork.
and then you have to get into the. You actually have to. Your bite has to have greens, meat, onion, everything.
Wow, that's hard.
Yep. So stab the meat.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, you just didn't get the onion.
Look at his face.
Oh,
Christ, you're terrible. Get her face.
It's pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. And what do you have here?
This is a shrimp po' boy. This is more Cajun.
Okay,
And
that's
then
good.
fried pickles.
What the hell?
Black and I, well, she broke up with me. Cause the pickle man tricked me again.
Okay, thanks to Randy, who ordered the sweet tea fried chicken. I now get a piece that I get to taste. Look at this. This is like
She came in at lunch yesterday.
chicken that's marinated in sweet tea. It smells like sweet tea too.
They live in Homewood.
Like, how thousand can you get? Pretty good. Like, good. Thank you, Randy. And to finish everything off here in Birmingham, we have to come to the very, very famous city symbol, basically, the Vulcan Statue. Wow, look at this. It's really impressive, isn't it? It's the largest cast iron statue in the entire world. It is also the biggest statue made in the United States. Yeah, because Lady Liberty is actually made in France and assembled in New York. And no, if you think that is not impressive enough, it is butt naked. And the day of exploring the city of Birmingham officially ended when Rachel's friend Randy took me to his favorite dive bar, a place underground called Mom's. Because every single visitor are encouraged to submit a photo of their mother when they are young, and the management will proudly frame it on the walls of the neon light covered establishment. After a few drinks, I dozed off in the cricket chirps of rural Alabama. Dreams as sweet as the sweet tea marinated chicken. Next morning, we went on a hunt of all of the famous Alabama traditions. We didn't find much, but we did see this gigantic cross sitting in front of a mega church right next to the interstate, which looms above more than 1,000 parking spaces because everyone needs to drive to their churches on Sundays. That is the rural Alabama life. And we also found out that one of Rachel's neighbors was proudly flying a Trump campaign flag from 2016 in front of his doorsteps. Come on, at least update it to the 2020 version. And speaking about her neighborhood... Oh, what a beautiful morning! Look at it! Wow! Here we are in the countryside of Alabama. What a sunny day, beautiful. And apparently we're going somewhere. Where are we going, Rachel?
We're going to Swann Bridge, y'all. I'm going to take you down to our pretty river. I hate myself for that. I hate myself for that.
I don't understand anything, but it sounds pretty fun, you know? Yeah, I'll see y'all at the bridge. This is the real Alabama life. Not fancy cities with overwhelming neon lights, or a constant reminder of the turbulent history that it has gone through. Life goes on just like the water trickles down the river. And what is important is that you have people who you can trust and confide surrounding you at all times. Alabama life is nothing about the fancy schmancy Silicon Valley or the hustle and bustle in Manhattan. It is just about being yourself in the glorious southern sun. Also fulfilling a duty for being the only Asian within 30-mile radius by introducing dumplings to this family who is molecularly 78% Pop-Tarts. And that is all. Quiet, slow life. And who dares to claim it is inferior? Thank you so much for joining me on the Alabama leg of this crazy trip. If you like this video, please consider clicking the like button down there and comment down below if you want to say hi to my Alabama friends. And in the next part, I will take you into a swanky business class suite for the price less than economy. Wanna know how I pull this trick? Click the subscribe button down there in order to be the first person to know when I post my newest travel hacking videos. And of course, you can always go check out the business class review yourself in the next part. And let's go enjoy some luxury.
Hello, children. Did you know that these 4 notes are the same as these 4 notes? What will we do with this extremely cursed information?
Sweetheart.